we are learning is that arrested BRS leader Kavitha brought to ED office in Delhi around midnight. She has reached the national capital. She's expected to be produced before a designated PMLA court today. This is what we are learning currently, and we'll shortly try and bring you more details from our reporters who are consistently tracking this news. But right now, this is the information we have. And before we bring you more details, we have a ground report brought by our colleague Anshul Singh. Let's have a look at that.
The team of Enforcement Directorate has finally reached out here in the national capital with Kavitha. Remember, Kavitha was arrested this afternoon from Hyderabad in her residence when the team of Enforcement Directorate had went ahead and carried out raids on her residence. Now, finally, Kavitha has been brought over here. Kavitha is being accompanied by the ED officials who are now just now have reached out here in the national capital. They are going inside the Enforcement Directorate office. Remember, the allegation against Kavitha is that she was the beneficiary of the alleged liquor policy scam that happened out here in the national capital, and that is the reason why she was initially summoned, and she has been questioned at least thrice by the Enforcement Directorate. And over the last few months, there was some new evidences that had come to the fore, and that is the reason why the Enforcement Directorate actually wanted to go ahead and question her about the new found facts in this case. And it is then finally when the Enforcement Directorate had issued her fresh summons, but the Kavitha was not abiding by those summons, and hence what we are seeing is that finally Kavitha has now been arrested and now has been brought out here to the national capital.
Well, right now we are joined by Swastika Das to bring us more details with regards to this entire story. Swastika, very good morning to you. Very firstly, what we are currently learning is that Kavitha has already reached the national capital. If you could just lay out what lies ahead for her from this juncture, because we know that her party also wants to approach the Apex Court with regards to all that happened and unfolded at her residence yesterday with the ED coming in to arrest her.
Well, that's right. In terms of the technical procedure, she will be taken to a court after a medical examination. Back home here in Hyderabad, the BRS has called for a statewide protest against Kavitha's arrest. They've called it illegal. Yesterday, there has been a video that has come to light where Kavitha's brother KTR was seen confronting the ED official, asking her about how this arrest could be done and arrest memos could be issued. There was a confrontation in the manner in which the BRS leaders barged into the room where the ED officials were there. The other processes, the road ahead for her seems to be very long at this point in time, because legally the ED says and believes they have strong evidence against Kavitha. Kavitha accused of being part of a South group, a lobby, which allegedly paid kickbacks to the tune of 100 crores to tweak the liquor licenses and profiteer from that. Not just that, Kavitha has also been accused of having indirect stakes in Indo Spirits, a company that is owned by Samir Mahindru. And this is as per the ED chart sheet, that this is also one of those companies which try to profiteer through this, and it is a Benami company. So Kavitha has been accused of being part of several Benami ventures as well. All of that has to be proved. Legally, BRS will approach the Supreme Court now against Kavitha's arrest.
Right, Swastika. Swastika, also if we try and understand what unfolded at her residence yesterday with, as you mentioned, her brother was also there, and now they've called for a statewide protest. We had seen those visuals and how they kept on saying that this arrest was illegal on record. If you could just explain to our viewers as to what exactly happened there and why he was mentioning that it was illegal, it was an illegal arrest.
Priya, at around 2 o'clock is when news comes out that the ED officials were carrying out searches at the residence of Kavitha, and following that, Kavitha at around 5:45 was when the news came out that she had been issued an arrest memo, and that is when you had all the BRS leaders, cadres assembling outside her house, including K.T. Rama Rao, Kavitha's brother, and her cousin brother as well, Harish Rao. They were seen barging, and they were seen first banging on the door, and that's because they were not allowed to go inside the premises as ED officials were still there, and Kavitha was asked to take all her necessary things because of her arrest. She was being brought to Delhi. Following that, you had a video in which K.T. Rama Rao, Kavitha's brother, was seen confronting the ED official. That video has become viral. In that video, he holds the arrest memo in her hand while the ED official questions as to how he stormed into the room while they were still there. That led to a heated argument. But besides that, a few moments later, Kavitha was seen, in fact, bidding a farewell of sorts to all her cadres, and also in a show of strength, she was seen sending out a message to her to her supporters that she'll come back again. But politically, this is coming as a big jolt to the Bharat Rashtra Samiti. In fact, because Kavitha is one of their main leaders, and not just that, she too aspired to contest Lok Sabha, which she wasn't going to do this time around. But despite that, the party core woman faces K. Kavitha, and after the election drop here at the state election, the party really is on a mission to resurrect itself.
Right, Swastika. Right, absolutely. Quite a big setback for the party, especially at this juncture, definitely. With that, now we have some more reactions coming into the story. Let's first move on to those.
So we have heard, I have seen in the news channel, in the clippings, that K. Kavitha has been arrested today. But the matter was listed today in Supreme Court. When the matter was listed in Supreme Court, the court today adjourned the case as it is a miscellaneous day on Friday. So it has adjourned to Tuesday. And from earlier onwards, there are undertaking given by a law officer stating that no court steps will be taken in this case. But yet, the ED people have barged into Kavitha's house and they have arrested her, which itself is illegal. The arrest itself is illegal because in this case, one of the prayer was not to take any coercive steps against her. So being that so, ED people have come to her residence and they have arrested her now.